Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at thetechtrader.com. It is the 29th of September, Tuesday, and you know what? Today was the anniversary of the stock market crash, I think, 1929. But anyway, certainly wasn't a good day on Wall Street, and I want to show you some stocks that, and mostly ETFs, that did well. There's only a couple stocks that I want to even focus on today, and that tells me something right there about how oversold the market might be. And we're going to go over some boxes shorts. So take a look at the LABD, because the biotech index has absolutely gotten decimated. And for that to be the LABD triple bear biotech, to go from under 30 to mid 60s, 66.40 to be exact, in just 8 days is a huge move up, and it's overbought. So I want to be careful about tomorrow, because if it does open and go sharply higher, for example, get up towards 70 or better, and then the oscillators are steeply oversold, that would be potentially a good opportunity for a swing around. So we'll see. But there's the LABD. I wouldn't get too excited with about it. But intraday we may day trade it. OME. Now there's a stock that's acting great. If you take a look at this pattern, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm looking for a fifth wave to take it into the low 20s potentially. Right now though, resistance has to be up around the recent highs at 1760 there. And it does have a little inverse head and shoulder, but more importantly, kind of a little bit of a consolidation zone in here. And let's see if it continues to hold, which it's done very admirably, even though it was down for 6 days in a row before today, but only slightly so. The consolidation looks bullish to me. A lot of other stocks are broken. It says not. The stop on this one is under 15.5. Pandora looking awfully good in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down, form an inverse head and shoulder or right-handed extended V breakout, and consolidate. Today popping 58 cents or less than 3%, but in a lousy market doing very well for itself, no question. My trading target up around 23 3/4, 23 3/4. We get through that, we could very well see this stock make a run at 29 9.5. That would be my targets going forward. This is one that I'm paying attention to. Relative strength is strong. Back to the ultra shorts. TVIX, you can see the spike up, implosion, and then run right back up to near where resistance might be, but that's actually a little higher, close to 1570. That's my next target. If we continue downward, it should get up there to retest. Maybe even as high as 17.5 3/4. UCO, well, the oil stocks, after the pop and pullback in the price of oil, notice that the 50-day moving average has not been taken out. And until it does, I won't get bullish. But I do like the V bottom and the falling wedge. That goes for the USO as well. Very similar patterns. If they break out here with any thrust to the upside, we could see a move that quickly takes this one towards 16 and the UCO up towards 26.28. UVXY counterpart to the TVIX, similar and surging. If we get that to extend, 71.85 thereabout is my next target, followed by a move all the way up to 81. So 71.81 going forward. The stock closed 61. So we could see another 20 points on this if the market goes ballistic to the downside. Let's examine the McClellan and percent of stocks above their 40. Number one, the McClellan oscillator. Oh, excuse me, that's the percent of stocks above their 40. T2108 on Warden. Look, over the years, this stock has been down in that range, but that goes back to 09 and 08 when the market got crushed. On 1-2% of the stock. But normally, anything down around 5 to 10% is a really good number for oversold. And overbought is up in the 70-85 range. We've even seen it, pretty much anything near 90 is like overbought. Okay, so right now we plunged downward today, lost 734 off 35%, to plunge to where only 13% of stocks are above their 40-day moving average now. That means 87%, or 7 out of 8 stocks, are below their moving averages. Bear market territory, folks. How far down can it go? Well, you can see the last two important lows here and here before the recent one was around this percent. So maybe we get a bounce, maybe we come down some more, but the bottom line is we're oversold on that indice. In McClellan, on a daily basis, you can see it ran all the way up to plus 200 and all the way back down to minus 134. Today's high, 133, is right on the level at which we've often seen rallies start. After 5 days in a row on the downside, it got a little green bar today. Now, I don't know whether that's significant or not, and it can go lower. We've seen minus 200 and 250, so I would look for something potentially down there if we do get further damage. or we can get a rally right from here that takes us back to 0 to plus 40. Now on the short side, box of shorts list, and there's a lot of them. Alphabetically CEB. Folks, you don't get a better picture book, textbook picture, downward move, 1, 2, 3, 4, and fifth wave on the way. It should take us to Texas gap down here around 63. That's my next target. Below that, if it fills the gap or gets to the next level, 59.60. CRI's rolled over hard in the last few days, and you can see where it's near support, but it may very well get to 84 short term. Anywhere down in that zone, cover. Creato. After this beautiful short swing, it snapped back, created a wedge, it's breaking down again. Watch support at 34.90. Gets below that, it could fall apart. CSI, cardiovascular. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This big bear flag was a no-brainer. It's dropped from 23 to 15 just in the last few days. It's taken out a bunch of support. I would actually tend to want to cover this stock because I think short term, a lot of these stocks can snap back and form at least consolidations. So you're going to see a lot of these stocks today because of market conditions. Cynosure is another, although this one is only 1 and 2 and third wave. Could take us to 28.5 and may plunge all the way down to 25.6 if the market does not rally. Data the same. We're at support, but we could get crushed into the 70 range quickly if it doesn't bounce here. Dollar Tree, well, breaking the wedge today, this stock has maybe a lot to go on the downside. 63 and 60 are targets. EMES, I got to tell you now, for a stock to go from 145 down to 6, I'd probably cover down here. Maybe they go bankrupt, maybe they don't, but this stock has worked for us so well this year that I would have to say somewhere down here or below, cover it. HCLP, same story. Yes, I know they're fracking stocks. I don't believe they're going bankrupt, they may. Manpower's working, plunged and formed a bear wedge, we went short. It's rolled over from 90 to 77 in a week and a half. There may be some support here, but the more likely support is at 72. Look out below. MNK, cover your short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down. The fifth wave being a brutal 85 to 58, and doing it very quickly in about a week's time. A very heavy volume to key support. Yes, if it goes lower, we can see high 40s, low 50s, but it's come all the way down from 135 to 57. OVAS collapsed today, got crushed for 40%. I would tend to want to cover this, but I may see a little bit lower lows first. PSIX as well, long-term support in this zone near the prior base. But it's ready to roll over from 70 to 22. Cover your short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down. Maybe we get lower. If you see it under 20 tomorrow, good for you. Qualis, breakdown wave 2, wave 3, 4, 5. Well, this is 4. And 5 we could take us down to 23. Red Robin Gourmet maybe just rolling over. Hammered, wedge, breaking down. First target 70. Second target maybe 65. And SanDisk, you can see, has been down in a beautiful parallel channel all year. Continues to drop. It was over 100. It's now down in the 40s. TAL absolutely crushed from the mid 40s down to 13. Any lower, perhaps 12, cover. TNET, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and now another big wedge. It may retest the lows and make lower lows. Tupperware, breakdown wedge, next spike down, cover. UEIC, multiple waves down, near support. My tendency is to want to cover here, but if it breaks this zone, it could fall apart. URI, wedge, flag, wedge, looking for lower levels. White wave, is this just rolling over now? Spike down, rally, roll over. Support around there, 37. Below that, 33. And lastly is Yelp. How ugly is this? Massive top formation, diamond top. Roll over, bear flag, bear flag, bear flag, bear wedge, bear flag, whatever. Down we go again. Where's Yelp going? Targeting 17.5. Boy, it's ugly, folks. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.